You were like, pull up as in dirty. Okay, this is my water. Fairly clear. I put some baking soda in here. And I'm going to add some vinegar. Hold on, honey, I'm recording. So I'm going to put in some vinegar. Temperature, it was warm. I'm making it a little bit cooler because I like to rinse in colder water. Okay, so my dirty clothes, This was the clear water. This is the washing wand. You can see how dirty that water is, how black that is. Now, I have a washing machine that when it works, I feel like is not getting my clothes very clean. And we started washing with just a baking soda vinegar solution to try to get any icky, soapy stuff out. And since making that change, I feel like it's gone a lot better for our clothes. You can hear that suction. It's supposed to be moving the water through the clothes. Alright, so here's my rinse water. Clear enough you can see down to the bottom of the sink. Here's the dirty clothes water. It's pretty yucky looking. I might have overfilled the sink with all these clothes. We'll see. So my washing machine broke. The lock broke. So when the repairman came over, he had to actually break the lock to be able to open the washing machine. Well, he now has to order a new part and hope we can fix the lid. As y'all know, it can take several days to get the new part. So I had ordered the Avalon base spin wash dry. So the Avalon base EcoSpin. I don't like it as a washing machine, and I'll show y'all why, because I'm gonna switch over to that here in a moment. I don't know that it works as a spin dryer either. Not well enough for me. I still have to wring out the clothes. Now, I'm allergic to chlorine, so, and I'll show y'all, my hands are wet because I stuck my hands down in the water just long enough to really push the clothes in, and then holding onto the bar where it's gotten wet. I already have the prunes, and I mean, I've not been doing this long at all. So I got this, the EcoSpin in the hopes that I wouldn't have to touch the clothes. And again, like I said, I'm still having to wring them out a little too much for my hand's sake. I'm just setting that aside. That's how I measured my baking soda. All right, so these are my daughter's khakis. She likes to draw on them and write on them, and there was a huge black stain on her side right there. So I haven't treated it. This is just the baking soda, but it's actually a lot lighter now than it was before I started doing this. And that could be why my water just turned black. Hey, Hannah, go get Mommy the vinegar, please. So, we are taking stuff to the laundromat probably tomorrow or Wednesday, just because I don't know that this can do all my towels and blankets. Yes. Vinegar. Alright, so now I did not let any of this soak because I just wanted to see how this works, but if I don't like the way it works, I will let it soak on the next go. Okay, my daughter's clothes are all marked up with black. She likes putting pens in her pocket and then forgets that they're there. Alright, I'm sniffing the underarms to see how well that actually cleans. I did put just a little bit of dish soap on this side. A little bit more, sweet girl. Good, thank you. All right, so I don't think it takes much. All right, so these are the wash rags that were just on my sink that I decided to go ahead and wash. These were pretty ick. And they're passing the smell test right now, the sniff test. So, see, here's another shirt. Again, sniffing for the underarms to see how well that does. It smells fine, honestly. I don't like smelling my kids' clothes, but I want to make sure they're getting clean. Now, I'm recording this because I want to do a video review for Amazon. You can hear as I'm pushing down and pulling up. I made salsa earlier and I told the kids to rinse out the sink, but I'm seeing some tomato pieces float around. That's the real test right there. Okay, let's see. You can definitely hear the suction. I don't know if that means it's working or not. I would assume so. Alright, so I am going to let those soak a little bit since they have the black stuff on them. Here's just the little bit I was setting over to rinse. This is working much better with fewer clothes in. I do have a 5-gallon bucket, but then that means I have to lean over. And I wanted to see how this does, because if I can sit in my chair and do it better for me. And right now I'm standing. Alright, so it says, here are the directions. Place washing wand on top of clothes and push down and pull up to activate the washing and cleaning of clothes. This flows the washing liquid through your laundry to thoroughly clean. Rotate clothes around and use washing wand again. Remove wet clothes and set aside. Okay, or you can use 2 buckets. I did the double-sided sink. Place clothes back into clean water and use washing wand again to rinse out soap. Remove wet clothes, wring and place on laundry line, drying rack, or into electric dryer. These are going to go in my electric dryer. But, hey, sweet girl, come get the spin dryer for mommy, please. Well, the EcoSpin, come get that for mommy. It's going to go right here to the side of the sink. More pieces of that salsa from earlier.
Speaking of salsa, I have more chips and salsa.
Okay, they're in the bag.
Okay. I hate this.
You hate this? Why do you hate this?
I like the spin dryer, but I don't like the stuff that keeps it pushed down.
Oh, so it has a suction cup on it. That's what you don't like? Okay, so here's the spin dryer. My kitchen's a mess. I've got all these jars full of goodies. So the spin dryer can't take very many pieces. As you see, I'm wringing out the clothes. I'm gonna have to move it to the other side. But so it can drain. Okay. So I'm probably going to have to load this up on YouTube. We'll see what Amazon says, because I'm now at 10 minutes. which is still a lot faster than using my electric washing machine. That doesn't even work right now. All right, so these are the clothes in the EcoSpin, 4 pieces. Here, big slot. And I'm going to pause it for a moment. Okay, so here's the EcoSpin. Here's the drain pipe or hose. It's locked. It's the suction feet are supposed to have grabbed. Yeah, it grabbed there. Here's the very flimsy handle that we have learned to grab from the bottom. And we spin. And the spin up here is slower than the spin of the basket inside. And we should be getting some water out soon. In theory. Now the EcoSpin says just to spin a couple turns. One way. There it goes. And a couple spins the other way. So I needed something that was going to be easy enough for me to use with my hands the way they are, my back the way it is. I'm standing here in my boots with my lift in my shoe. So far, other than having the clothes on the floor, I'm not having to do a lot of bending and shifting and lifting, and so as you can see, I'm getting very little water out of the EcoSpin. I don't think that's because I run them out very well, because my hands just won't let me wring them out very well. So I saw one video where the lady said she actually leaves the clothes in, she drains it, she leaves the clothes in, and then she takes the washing wand after the water has drained, and she will push down on them again a couple times to try to get more water out before she puts it into the EcoSpin. So I might try that with this batch of clothing. Hopefully I can get a whole load done this way and they'll be clean, but we'll see. Again, I'm just using the baking soda and vinegar. I'm actually out of laundry soap, but I didn't like the way it makes my clothes feel anyway. Now, I just ordered some orange essential oil that came in. I don't recommend sticking your hand in straight up orange oil. You always have to dilute it. Okay, here, this has been in the EcoSpin, going around and around. We've gotten some water out, but that's still pretty wet. See, I don't know if you can see that water coming out. There it goes. It's still pretty wet. Not as bad as it could be, but that one's pretty wet itself. So, overall, I don't think the EcoSpin really does anything. So far, I might just use the basket itself with the washing wand so that I have it contained and I can dump out the water as I need to because of the drain hose. Anyway, that's my review. Hope it helps.